All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think I want to know.
I'm recording, so we're all aware. All right. All right.
So we should talk
Welcome
about the
back
piss
to
anymore.
Kanye West. No.
now. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is section 13.
Yes.
Oh.
Which
this
means
is gonna be unlucky. 15 is
One
the
episode
cutest
away from
Who?
the finale.
who would like to tell me
Who?
what happened last episode?
Alrighty.
I wouldn't.
Last episode, we did some shopping in Dragon Tail to mostly sell stuff, but somebody probably bought some. Oh, Apollyon bought some things. And then after that, we loaded onto the ship of Captain Jackal. But as we were going upriver, we were attacked by a giant ash serpent from the river. And we killed it, and Apollyon found the hilt of a sword inside of it. And then we all got weird marks on different parts of our bodies. Which we then had a dream that just flashed a bunch of images of like water, a ship, and a dwarf fairy, halfling, elf, and monkey. And that's where the session ended.
All right. That is correct. Good job, Avery. Alrighty, and with that, we now find our heroes. I say that in quotes.
Okay, well. You
Wait
didn't
a
have
minute.
Hero.
Whoa.
Hey,
We
we are
absolutely
heroes.
have saved many people. All right.
I'll
I don't
never,
want
bullied
this
one
landing.
bandit.
I'll never forget what you guys did to that homeless dude.
Oh my
deserved
God.
it. What do
Okay.
you mean?
No, not the homeless.
No,
Not the
not-
homeless. No. We're not talking about the
They're not real
bandit.
people.
Oh, okay. No, that's entirely on
Get a
Jorm. That's
job,
no,
Mom.
Hey,
That's all
I see you
Jordan.
guys as a collective, okay?
Yeah, we're like police, you know. You gotta hold each other accountable.
I don't like that.
Or nobody holds each other
Yeah,
accountable, and you just
yeah.
keep getting worse. Anyways, with that, you guys all find yourself along the river shore, or like the bank of a river, where there is a destroyed riverboat and a bunch of people unsure of what is going to happen. As you all have stand as their heroes who saved them from the crazy fire serpent.
See, heroes.
And so now, you guys can start. All the
Mark,
normal people around you are still a little far away. They're kind of just like hiding in the woods a little bit, just kind of watching as you guys have defeated that thing. But they all seem to still be wary.
They should act like real people and circle us and throw us in the air as they cheer.
Why don't you go suggest that to them?
I'm
Okay.
a patch up Norm as best I can.
Patch me up. Just kidding. Not a scratch on me.
Alright.
Alrighty, here. I can move you to this map. It doesn't matter right now. Alright. If you guys are just kind of standing there, eventually the captain will get up and start approaching you guys. Did you get it?
Yep, I think we got it.
See, I'm more than just talk. Not a scratch on me.
That's good. And if you happen to know what that was, kind of destroyed my ship.
Yeah.
Your boat. Sorry about
It's
that.
a ash monster. We've fought them before.
Yeah.
You
We're
have.
taking over
They
Eridor.
followed us from Eridor. They're kind of the reason we came here.
Oh, jeez, that's wow. Haven't really got any word about stuff like that. You know, I see a lot of people going up and down this river.
I mean, probably no word, because it's either people who haven't encountered yet or who are dead.
Mostly
Wow.
dead.
Yeah, mostly dead.
That is
Though
well,
just a little south, there are a bunch of survivors that we came in with.
I see. Well, at the very least, I'm glad that we had some experienced people here to deal with them, so that I did not lose my life.
Okay.
So, kind of stands there. He's kind of standing there awkwardly. I'll be honest, not really sure what to do now. I don't think we can use that ship, and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
How close are we to Dragontail and Greycott? Which one is closer? It'd be better just to go back to the cities.
I don't really have a map on me right now. Last time I calculated, I mean, we're probably in between both. It could really be 50-50 whether which one's closer.
Can we go out of character for just a second? Because did we discuss with Phoenix what we were going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all aware of it. We played Overwatch together and we discussed it.
Yeah, we're going
Right.
back to the. We're going to the Isle. and
Yeah.
passing through the Kingdom of Cyprus and
Yeah.
Moonbright.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I think it'd be
If
best
Ash
to.
is following us around, I reckon we shouldn't put the ones we love in danger.
Oh, wait, did you say that in character, or are you just saying this?
Yeah,
Okay. Are you saying
Is
this
that
in
my
character?
yeah.
Oh, no, well,
Yeah.
he'll be like, whoa, you said it was following you?
I
Theory.
guess. It's a theory.
Oh, and you just, like, boarded a ship with a bunch of people?
This is the
Well, I
first
didn't-
time
we
that it's
didn't know
followed
that when
us.
it was boarding.
This,
Yeah.
this is the first
Following
time
us
we've ever
boarding.
seen it, and he likes to say things troubling a lot of the times. I doubt it's actually following us.
He's a little bit dramatic.
That's okay.
Sort
Well,
of, it all sort of elbow Jorm in the ribs.
But you don't want this man to hear the truth.
Okay.
You were in a country.
he
in
brings up a
different
good
country
point.
Where people have not heard of this thing, and now it's in this country. You think it's a coincidence?
We can tell. we
This
can
is
tell
no
them
mere
about.
coincidence.
Well, even if it was following us, we did not know, as this was the first time we've ever seen one of these things, not accompanied by a giant cloud of them.
Yes.
Okay,
No
well,
need to lie, Adaline and Apollyon. Just elaborate on the truth a bit more.
I don't remember when I lied.
Yes, I think they just didn't speak.
okay, well,
All right, so-
a lot to process here, not gonna lie.
Listen, can we have like a little group huddle aside from you? We kind of need to discuss. what our next action is.
As you say that, he's already like getting ready to huddle up, and then he's like, I'm sorry.
I mean, we can have like a separate huddle to discuss further later.
It's fine. I'm just gonna.
We're gonna huddle up with you after.
There's a
The
lot
other
of really scared people out there. I want to assure them that things are fine and get them all together. You guys, yeah. I'll walk by.
All right. So since we're not going to Roran's village anymore, where are we going?
Well, it may be wise to try and head back to Eridor, but we might not want to trudge straight through the middle of the land.
Yeah.
What do you suppose?
Pussy, marijuana.
If we don't want to be stranded on a ship for a long journey in the event one of them comes back, we could make a short trip over to this country's isle, and then make our way as far towards Eridor as we can, and then embark to the coast from there.
Hmm.
Why, that is a great plan.
Indeed.
It's amazing you just thought of it on the top of your head.
I do have a 20 intelligence.
Wow.
Metagaming. It's metagaming. Ban he.
It's crazy that my little brother can quantify his intelligence in numbers. Is this a 20 out of 20?
Yes, it is a 20 out of 20.
That's 100%. Well,
Well, I think we should send the captain or someone else word to Roran that
Yes.
that we're not coming.
I'll send a raven.
You have a raven. I highly doubt you do.
Perhaps we can find a courier in Dragondale.
A raven
Such
lands
kind.
on your shoulder.
Norm, isn't there like magic to send messages?
There is, but I do not have the spell.
Typical.
All right. Well, let's see if we can convince him to.
Calling my raven.
Give me a.
I mean, no.
handle
I mean, we
check.
could just head back. We could just head back to Dragontail, and they could follow us. I mean, we're the ones that defeated the dragon. I think they'd follow us.
Do you hear
Yeah,
me?
whatever.
Yeah. You caw. You notice a bird flies above you, but he goes right past.
All right. Well,
I need a domestic raven.
I'm gonna start walking towards the captain and his group.
Oh, well, you guys done huddling?
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna take these people back to Dragontail, We have a favor to ask you. We'll pay you, but we need you to send a message or carry a message to our friends.
Okay. Who? Should I write this down?
Jorm, you know them. What do you want them to say?
Did we ever tell them we were gonna meet back up with them? I mean, we did, right?
Yeah, I think we did when we
Yeah, we
departed.
did. Yeah.
I think they're presumed, yeah.
Okay, so we'll just say change of plans. Ash is very persistent on getting us. We will meet again after we handle this problem.
We'll meet
anything
again
else?
when we deal with the end of the world.
But you might want to apologize to your family about not seeing them again.
How do you apologize? You haven't seen them in like how many years?
Because frankly,
18?
besides you, everybody in this family is a stranger to me.
Oh, alright. Tell my family. Oh wait. Could you actually give them some stuff? And I think I have a journal that I got for Animal, and I think I have a pipe somewhere for someone.
Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to be writing those words down? I've been transcribing everything.
You can leave it there. It adds character.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Side note: you should write this down for me so I have a record of it. And then yeah, make sure to write down everything that you're gonna leave behind. So there's the journal. I know there's the journal. There's the pipe. You had like a bottle of alcohol, didn't you?
Oh yeah, no, it was the alcohol. It was the alcohol for minimal.
Okay.
It wasn't a pipe. It was the alcohol. I already gave the pipe to Maul then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll work on the other one. Tell the other one, sorry, still working on gifts. Doing a lot of traveling. Definitely will get them something as an apology.
Alrighty.
Anything else, Norm? You want to say something?
Not particularly.
There's no ties to this place.
Yeah.
What about you, girl? What's your Adaline?
Jesus Christ, man! Go ahead, what about you, girl? It's not like we've known each other for a while. God. All right.
We've all known each other for a while, and Nourmal still calls me Devil Man sometimes.
Devil Man. He says it like that. It's cool though.
Yeah. It's like I gave him the pass.
But when was the last time I called you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like how Stewie Griffin calls Peter Fat Man.
I think we should also let them know that Ash is taking over most of Eridor at this point, if not all.
Eridor is completely lost.
Whoa, back up, what?
You should tell him Eridor is completely lost. We're never going back home.
Okay, yeah, I heard that. I mean, like, what does that mean?
Like, you know that thing that destroyed your ship. Yeah,
all over Eridor.
That and a lot worse things are all over Eridor.
That is
also a lot less bad things.
I'm not gonna lie. If after you're done sending this message, when you're done sending this message, I would find a passage on a ship off of this continent.
Yeah.
Okay. To be clear, as far as you know, nobody has ever left the continent.
Oh. Then who?
Nobody has successfully left the continent or came back. If they have left.
Well, I don't know that because I'm a devil man.
You don't know that. There's actually a lot. It's not too important, but yeah, as far as traveling outside of the continent, it's something that's pretty much unheard of.
Like Game of Thrones.
Okay.
There's Easteros or Essos.
Yeah.
Esteros? I'm trying to think of words I vaguely heard in that show.
Anyways.
He'll just be like,
Westeros.
All right, I'll be honest, this is a lot to take in. But
don't worry, deal with it in your own time. We all have.
So, do you have where are these people at?
Well, actually, yeah.
See, I would be more bummed about this, but I really don't have much going on in my life, so.
It should be very hard to find. It's a dwarven village.
Yeah, it's a secret dwarven village.
Seen.
Okay. That is
I would ask around.
We can mark it on the map.
Do you have a map? I think I left mine in the boat.
Yeah, we have a map.
Yeah, you should have a map. If you from whenever you visited Art Glass, you guys stole a bunch of stuff. Some of it was maps. If you guys kept those around.
Yeah, we'll give it.
Okay. Oh, thanks. So, where is this?
There. Market.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you said it was like hidden. I mean, you guys don't happen to know what it looks like, right?
None of us have never been there.
With the
Okay.
clear drawing of a
Good.
dwarf with a big old
Yes.
hammer.
Did
when
Roran
you
ever
do
tell
find
you
the-
stories about his home, Jorm?
Roll my history check.
I should be allowed. Come on.
I don't think
No.
Roran was chatting up Adaline.
Canonically, you were
Roran
only
and
there for
Adaline
like 2
wouldn't-
years, right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Roy would tell stories. I don't fucking know.
Phoenix.
Oh, sorry.
History.
I forgot that I was
14?
Roran.
No, yeah. But trying to think. Yeah, you've heard of some stories, but you only vaguely know of it.
Roran and Jourmal are basically best friends. So
Yeah.
I feel like he'd know.
Do you want to? Do you want to do some world building, Phoenix, on the spot of your home village?
Oh yeah, so it's like there's like a door, well, like an outline of a door, like in the side of a mountain, but there's no, it's just stone, and then like it's not like it's like magic, but not like flashy magic. It's very subtle. You can't like then yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, like you know the fucking remember the Hobbit where they got the key to the door, but they can't see the key until the light hits it. It's like that. It's like just rock, but you can tell there's a door there because it's like
The way it's
Kinda
shaped.
like an outline.
yeah, smooth and clear. You know?
Yeah, I'll tell him like there's a subtle sort of engraving in the side of a mountain that looks like a door, and to look out for that.
And so, okay, so say I see this thing. What am I doing? Do I knock?
What are... Just ask for Roran.
Yeah.
Shout Roran. Need help.
So someone would answer if he did that, or someone would hear at least.
Okay, well. Okay,
If
can I
not
just get? Can I
Roran-
get? Okay, just so they know I know my stuff. Can you guys give me your names or something? Write
If
this
not Roran,
down.
you could ask
Oh,
for
just-
Maul.
Say it's from
Animal,
Jourmal Paej.
Jourmal Paej.
Stormal, Minimal, Wormal.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah.
Oh, you might also want
Not
to
good.
specify that he's from Norston.
Jourmal of Northston. Gotcha.
Jourmal Paej of Norston, first of his name.
Okay. All right. Well,
First of his
kind of running out of space on this page. However, I think I got it all down. So, to recap, you want me to travel up north to this hidden dwarven village, look out for a smooth part of the mountain that might look like a door, and then scream out the name Roran.
Yes. And if that doesn't work, all those other names I just gave you.
Alrighty. Well, I'll be honest. Any other circumstances, I would not even come close to doing this. However, I feel a little indebted considering you saved my lives and perhaps put my life in harm's way in the first place. But, I'm not a complainer.
How much would this cost?
10 gold.
All right.
See, I had someone do a job for me like this, less experience. He only has 5 gold.
I hand him the gold.
He grabs the 10 a little surprised, and he's like, oh, thank you. I should cover traveling expenses. Alright, and so, okay, you guys said you're going to take all these people back to... back up.
Wait, why do we gotta take him back?
I thought that's what one of you said. You guys
On
were
the
taking
way,
the
Yeah,
dragon
you know,
that
trail.
is what we said.
I mean, they were headed upwards, and if they're with us, they're in danger. I think they're better off if they go up towards Greycott.
That makes more sense. I agree with that, but I just didn't want to also be in charge of, taking a bunch of
That's
people
what-
somewhere.
That's
I know
what-
it's my job and all, but usually I'm used to doing that in a boat.
I think it'd be better if we just go separate ways.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
you can handle it.
All right, well, Yeah, that sounds all good. And they all trust me. I'm the captain. So yeah,
You too.
I'll talk to them. We'll figure something out.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I trust you with my life.
Okay, so I have my second in command, just kind of trying to rummage through the ship, see what we can get. Hopefully, we get enough supplies to make the journey on foot. But yeah, we'll see. Well, any last things you need from me before you guys, I guess, go on your way?
Do we have a? I don't think so.
No, sir.
Well, no, I think that is plenty.
Farewell, Captain.
Oh, okay. Well, farewell to you all. Don't, when I had a masked human, another human, a smaller human, and an orc, all just jump on my ship, I didn't know what I would expect, but it wasn't this. And that's kind of all my thoughts on it.
Spread the
Yeah.
good word of half
Fast human.
Just think, if Eridor ever bounces back on this, there will be a footnote of the brave Captain Jackal who helped out its brave heroes someday, if it survives.
There's
Okay.
already a statue of us in Moonbright being constructed.
Moonbright. That is an Eridor, right?
Well, now
it's here.
That, you know what? All right. I don't want to
We
question
moved
it.
a whole city.
Well,
Look-
not the city, just an academy.
Can I?
We
Okay.
moved the
To
academy.
be clear, my brain is only barely intact right now, trying to understand everything that is going on. If this information isn't vital to my survival, I really don't want to hear it.
It's cool though.
Yeah, there's wizards and shit.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go.
You just
you
talked
guys,
with living legends.
Yeah.
sure. All right. And he'll
If
leave
we
you guys
stay
be.
Normal hooked up with the professor there.
Yep. I'm producing a kin right now. Nourmal
What?
Paej, first of his name.
Wait, what?
yeah.
So you actually?
We don't know.
Who knows? I guess when we get back, we'll know.
Oh Jesus!
You know, it takes like 9 months to have a kid, right?
Yeah, but like, it doesn't take that long to find out.
Ah,
we
dude,
haven't
this
been
is
gone that
it's-
long.
You'd be
It has-
surprised in real life.
People get sick really fast.
Nathan, I don't know if you know this, but in this world, I don't think there are pregnancy tests.
No, but there's still signs like of pregnancy.
Yeah,
but
like-
okay. But to be clear, a lot of the times, like in real life, when people experience pregnancy symptoms, a lot of them just kind of brush them off, and they don't realize until way later.
Yeah, like a couple months later, yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just getting fat. Oh man, I'm just feeling a little queasy. You know?
Yeah, that's some people though.
And then bam,
It
you
just
shit out a
depends on
kid.
who this person is. Academic, I think, would be way more astute to the symptoms of their body.
Wow. We're
Okay,
getting a little
hey,
sidetracked.
Royal.
Mhm.
Royal. Okay, so with that spell, find vehicle. If I know it's UA, but if I had that, could I make like a little raft for us to go down this river? Like a little,
What
like
if
a
I
little
could craft
spectral
a raft as a person with survival?
Well, we could just make our horses and ride. if we
Yeah.
can.
Which
Okay, what if I
technically,
start-
by the way, would say riding horse would be a little faster. If
It'd be
it's like
faster?
if you're not carrying like a wagon or anything, and you're just on horses going full speed, especially magical horses where you can just unsummon and resummon them, like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
God,
Doesn't yours only last for an
our
hour?
horse! No, our horse!
Yeah, our horse is dead. What was
I
his
call
name?
riding
Joe?
with Norm.
But
But no. Alright.
I call riding on Norm's
Because the only thing with
horse.
find vehicle is that it is it's specifically for like worlds that are like in the future or like,
Yeah,
present day.
yeah, in modern settings, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. All right,
mean-
so I'll resummon my horse.
Alright.
Norm.
Nice!
I'll resummon Tyrone.
I will summon my illusory horse.
What's its name, Norm?
I don't know, it's just an illusion.
Alright. Who rides with who?
I'm riding with Norm on Caraxes.
Come on,
Alright.
up on Tyrone.
Yes!
I guess I don't hear the horse talking. I presume I don't.
It doesn't talk, it just telepathically.
It's
And
just
also,
a
you don't
horror
understand
movie.
the language that it speaks. It could talk to you, but
Wait, hold on. What languages do I know? Imagine
Infernal.
if I did.
it
Infernal?
speaks demonic, basically.
Yeah, I do not know Infernal.
Where to, my master?
To fucking everyone else, it just sounds like. We ride to the sea, Tyrone.
To the sea!
Alright.
Alrighty, and so you guys make your way back towards Dragon Tail.
I'm not gonna lie, do not
Harump.
want to stop. do not want to stop at Dragon Tail, guys. I got weird
Yeah,
vibes.
I'm fine with not being in Dragon Tail. We were there for like 2 sessions. I don't want to go back.
What about the potion brewed for a king that I got there?
And if anyone has
I mean,
needs trouble on the
are
road
you-
on the way over there, we ride past them.
Okay, whoa. So first off, whoever wants to lead the expedition, go ahead and give me a survival check so I can calculate kind of how fast you guys are going.
Whom has the best survival?
Because this
and
is
what do you
still-
have?
Because to be clear, you guys were on that boat for a couple of days already, so going back is still going to take a couple days.
I have a 6 in survival.
All right, guess I am doing it.
Aw.
Yeah, we know Adaline has the best survival.
Is this
Oh.
grassland?
Yes, it is.
This is
I
this
think
is
I have-
grassland.
So
We
that's
both have an
14.
advantage.
So yeah, my proficiency gets added to that, so that's 14.
Wow, look at that!
Yeah, how'd that
Aren't
work?
you know how rare it is for a fucking ranger skill to actually be useful in a campaign? They suck
Just
ass.
gave us an encounter.
I was reading that. Fuck off.
So with the extra 3, 14. Okay, you guys can get there in, I'd say about the same speed that you guys were riding on the boat. So it's probably like, okay, so what are we doing with Dragon Tail? You guys going around it or you guys going through it?
We're going through it. If we need food, I will cast
Because
Goodberry.
I
don't-
presumed you guys were heading to Moonbright, right? And then going to the
Yeah.
capital?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
we're
go
heading-
through
oh,
Dragon
okay.
Tail.
Yeah.
So,
I
okay,
know.
so we're
Wait,
going,
go through it or go around it?
yeah.
Can I ask you guys a favor?
Because technically on the way there, but you can go around it if you decide.
Can I stop at a library and find some books about dragons?
Sure. I
I'm
think
fine with
they'd
that.
have more in Moonbright though.
You know what? Yeah, it might be better if we go to Moonbright.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a lot more
Not the town
non-fiction.
with dragon in its name?
Well, I'd figure like if there's anything, it'd just be like fictional dragon stories. While on Moonbright, I could find a lot more academic stories of dragons.
I also feel like Dragon Tail is like Paris, Texas. You know, has nothing to do with
No
Paris,
relation to real
Texas.
dragons.
Alright,
Like
so
Hello?
again,
No.
No, you-
You're good.
alright, again, so through
What?
or around, what do you decide?
Around.
You're going around?
Yeah.
If
Alrighty.
that's what Emmer thinks is best, I always trust his.
I am okay with whatever you all want.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, that kind of.
That won't take. I shouldn't take. It's not gonna take too much more time. All right. At this point, somebody give me another survival check.
Mm.
But I'm gonna
Alright.
rejoin.
Alright.
We can hear you.
That's a
Pretty sure.
29.
I mean, no, my audio sounds.
Yeah, 29.
Oh, okay.
At this point, you guys pick up a lot more speed. It only takes you like I'm gonna say to get around Dragon Tail, and now you guys are kind of on your way to Moonbright. Not about maybe like 4 days has passed. You guys are doing great. There's not really a lot to take care of. You have a bunch of rations from what you guys have had before, so there's not a lot of stops you have to make. And yeah, so within I would say maybe a little over a week, you guys have made your way back to Moonbright.
I'm gonna stop by the library if you guys don't
Hey.
mind.
Heroes return.
I suppose we should inform them of the Ash's presence in
You guys
Eric
do that.
Halen now.
I feel like that was just like a fluke for us, you know.
Yeah.
It still would be good to tell them.
Yeah.
Maybe they have an idea.
Also,
Sure.
we're being hunted, and we're in Moonbright now.
We don't know we're being hunted. We don't know that. It's just it's just a thought that could
So
be
far,
happening.
nothing has happened in the last week and a half of travel.
I'm
Alright,
going
well,
to the library.
All
go
right.
check up on the statue.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, as you guys approach the city, you notice that there is kind of dozens and dozens of tents all outside. You notice there's little huts that people have built with magic and whatnot. So outside of the academy, people have started to kind of expand more into the open land, trying to just get things settled. You see instantly there's a lot of movement. There's people constantly doing things, either gathering supplies or coming back from like travels or whatnot. And there's just a lot of commotion happening. But everybody seems to be in higher spirits as you go through.
Nice.
Eventually you get to the academy, which seems busier than ever. You notice that there are... you realize that there's kind of like a return of students kind of walking around. You don't really see you can't necessarily tell if everything's back like academically or whatnot, but you know that the student life is kind of back as people have kind of like are getting more reinstated with their new situation.
Where's my best buddy, Freddy?
Go ahead, roll me investigation. You are unable to find him at first glance unless you want to try again to look for, like, spend more time looking for him.
No.
Okay, but as you kind of like go through, you don't really notice him anywhere. All right, so where is each of you? Okay, so we'll start from the top. Apollyon, what are you doing?
I think I want to check out. Well, hold on, let me think. Well, okay, so are we just stopping here, or why specifically are we here?
Well, just to tell them of what happened and what we plan to do next.
Okay, yeah. I'll go with everyone to go see Professor Hopper, the council. Or
All right, so is everybody gonna go to the council room?
No.
No. All right, Jorm, where are you going?
To the library.
Alrighty, so we'll do this first, and then everybody else is going to the council room. We'll get to that. Okay, so you go back to the library. There's more people coming in and out of here as they're kind of like, some students wanting to catch up on their days of missed school due to the apocalypse happening are now getting in there, seeing what they can do to like cram in extra lessons and whatnot. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
I call over the L.
Alright, you activate one of the owls. Whoo!
What's up?
Whoo!
Can you show me non-fiction dragon tales?
Whoo! You notice it kind of stands there. It stands there, kind of like looks up into the air, kind of hits the floor a little bit, like you notice it's kind of like thinking, whoo, and it'll start flying up. It goes back. It goes up to about the third floor.
I follow it.
You say non-fiction dragon tales?
Like tales of dragons, true tales. Like TALE.
Yeah.
As you follow it, eventually as you do this bookshelf, it's not too far away from where all the elemental stuff was at, but clearly in a different section, and it points you to this kind of like just tome of like how do I explain this? So you specifically asked for non-fiction.
Yes.
So what the book that you specifically find, it's kind of like an old kind of a journal. It's more of like a journal, but it's definitely printed like a book of just kind of like like sightings of like creatures and whatnot, like not necessarily mythological, but like rare creatures and whatnot. And on there, it's kind of a book that's filled with all kinds of it. So as you kind of specifically search through it for stuff about dragons, you learn a few things.
Dragons are real? Is this where you confirm it?
So firstly, yes, dragons are, well, according to this journal, at least, dragons are real.
I knew it. Chaos is real.
As you look through it, there's many different like accounts of like people having interactions with dragons from all over the continent of Nova.
My God, how to train your dragon.
Hey, I'm getting one of those.
I want to slay one.
So Here's what you.
Right.
Some interesting notes about it is that in each of these kind of recorded accounts of dragon sightings, never has the dragon ever been the same color.
Ah,
Hmm.
so
Two.
wow.
Anytime there has ever been a visit of a dragon, disaster has happened, whether directly done by the dragon or just like after some like terrible like plague or flooding or anything like that may happen.
Oh man.
Well, Victor's prepared his dragon lore.
Nah, he's making all this up on the spot.
Hey, it's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Don't make any assumptions. You don't know things.
I think he's prepared his dragon lore.
I was just about to say, man, Bro's really good at making shit up on the spot.
Alright.
Anyways, and lastly, 3. One of the sightings of the dragons, which specifically this one was recorded as the Black Dragon, was seen within Dragon Tale. But to be clear, a lot of these accounts are very, not necessarily ancient, but the latest account was maybe like 200 years ago. This is all stuff that's been recorded down history. And so Dragon Tale is one of the most popular kind of ideas of this sighting, which is why the entire town was named after it. When that town was barely starting is whenever this encounter occurred. And that's kind of like its namesake. That's where it comes from.
Dragon Tale.
What was their disaster?
What was their disaster? So at the point that this would have happened, this was barely kind of a settlement with maybe less than like 50 people. So the exact nature of the disaster is kind of unknown. However, what is known is that at the point
Take
which
it back.
I'm getting there. The point at which Dragontail actually started becoming more of a major city was probably around 70 years after this reported sighting. And so it is basically known that within those 70 years, there was almost no development within there. So it's kind of lost history, but people kind of can presume that there is kind of just like this everlasting... I can't think of the word, but like this lasting kind of obstacle that prevented the city from developing further for a lot of years.
I knew it. Dragons are real.
And they're bad.
Not if you can ride one.
Nah, I'm gonna slay that shit.
I'm built different. You don't understand.
I'm gonna tame one. Just wait, guys.
You have one.
That's
So-
a Drake.
Pretty
to be clear,
much.
this is where to be clear, this is pretty important to you because it all kind of ties into what exactly kind of ranger you are. So another kind of evidences of dragons kind of like existence is with like drakes and kobolds, which do exist, which are all very like draconic adjacent creatures. Well, none of them are nearly like as powerful, as big, or as like none of them are kind of exactly dragons. The kind of like the traces of that kind of bloodline, that animalistic. What is it called? Like like we're Homo sapiens. That kind of like generational tree or whatever has like exist. Like people have been able to study that and look at it, and they all kind of lead up somewhere where it's this kind of like mythical dragon type creature.
If you like, you're saying if you go far back enough in their bloodline, they're like dragons? Is that what
Yes.
you said?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's the easiest way to word it.
So dragons are like our fish with legs.
Kind of. To those creatures.
Evolution isn't real.
Wow.
My ass would have stayed in the primordial soup if I'd known there were gonna be days like this.
So you read through the book and the owl just kind of looks at you and goes, whoo! And like tilts his head like, what next?
Anything about guys riding these things?
It shakes its head.
Oh, you can be the first.
Ride it into Eridor,
How about
and then the disaster
Jorm, the
will
first
counteract
dragon
that
rider.
disaster.
how about what comes before a dragon's arrival? Like we know what comes after, but what comes?
You're asking a lot of royal.
No,
Nathan.
the owl will just will go, whoo! And then it'll start like pecking at the book again.
It's nothing in there about that, right?
Oh, we'll get to it. Hold up, I gotta write some shit down. So, what color did I say the dragon was in Dragon Tale?
Black.
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 I think I heard black. I thought I said black, but I'm just double checking. So I don't
Yeah.
write anything wrong. All right.
The Black Dread.
We're making lore, boys.
No, I'm making lore. You fuck off. My thing.
We're making royal make lore, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever I go to the library and research dragon, we're making Victor make lore. But whenever I bully a homeless man, that's just me.
Not really two comparable things. Won't lie.
God. Someone saw a fucking dragon, and that's why all this shit is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you kind of reread through the book to see like what you missed, so when it comes to the kind of what happens before dragons, a lot is very unclear. It's not like anything there hasn't been kind of a very identifiable pattern, much like what happens after. However, there is the book kind of goes through kind of theories, and one of them is the opposite of what happens at the end. So usually before there's kind of a time of prosperity, maybe like good luck or something. You know, maybe like somewhere that hasn't had any rain for years suddenly has rain, stuff like that. Which is something that you find like a story that you more find in Paej, which is kind of the desert land, which is to the north.
I say after we deal with this apocalypse situation, we find the dragons.
Yeah.
But other than kind of like a little bit of stuff like that, it's not entirely clear. There's not there's not been an identifiable occurrence.
Okay. One more thing. Sorry.
Of course.
Anything about a direction it comes in from?
I have to
North,
go
south,
to the
east,
restroom.
All right. No, I'm gonna say no. Nothing, no pattern like that. If two people are gonna be gone in the restroom, and I think this is kind of the end of our thing here, unless you had anything more to say, you can take a little bit of a break, and I have some stuff to write down.
Some
All right.
dragon lore?
Also, okay, I don't want to hear nothing about what I do or do not have prepared.
We didn't. Okay, we didn't say anything. So, well, Nathan might have, but that was mostly Phoenix.
So, I guess this means Nourmal probably knew dragons were real this whole time and never told me?
I mean, like, to be clear, because you are a Drakewarden,
I knew they existed.
a lot of you understand, at the very much you understand, like, what they are, and you understand that your Drake is, possibly, like, a descendant of what a dragon would be, within the kind of, like, fuck, I keep forgetting it, like, the like...
Context?
No, what is it called? The fucking, same thing with Homo sapiens, what do we call that?
Families.
Families?
Like, the family...
Species?
Yeah, species, family...
Kingdom?
Kingdom. Oh yeah, they do have names like that, huh? So within the same kind of like animalistic family.
What
But-
is it? Genus?
I
What's the
mean-
word genus?
I guess it's mostly up to you how much you would want Jourmal to have understood before that. Like if you went to the library for maybe new information on stuff, but yeah. At the very least, you know now what you know, and it's up to you to determine how much you knew beforehand.
Dragons are. I'm gonna say he never knew dragons were real.
He's gonna have the Drake.
He just. Yeah.
That was draconic too.
Yeah. Yeah. Dragons are real.
I'm surprised Nathan didn't want to go see his mistress.
Not the same.
That's
Noah.
true. We're back, and Jormal's not even gonna go meet his potential.
Now hear me. Now, Amber, hear me out. What if we tell her he died?
That's fucked.
All right.
To be clear, okay, another thing, there's only ever been 8 cited
Dragon
recordings
site?
of dragons. Yeah.
Whoa. And none of them were the same dragon.
None of them were the same. None of them were the same color.
I guess
And
like
to get through the.
just
Oh, sorry. What is it?
sorry, that just made me, it's like out of character, just for personal curiosity. Was
Mhm.
like the distinction like they were all like the chromatic ones or what?
No, no, no. I'm getting into that. Yeah, yeah. So, well,
Are these dragons, what's chromatic, Amber?
chromatic. Okay, so chromatic are the base colors like red, blue, green, black, and white, and the metallic ones are copper, brass, silver, gold, and bronze. So the 8 that have been spotted are blue, green, black, white, copper, gold, silver, bronze.
Oh yeah, well, are these like dragons that have, 4 legs and wings, or is there like front wings also their legs?
I want to be fun here and say it differs between the dragon.
Whoa.
Mhm.
So some of them are more ones that are based off of European lore, and other ones are more based on like Chinese, Japanese lore.
Whoa. Lots of dragons going on here.
And you know what? Even for fun, well, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything for later.
Dragons?
Dragon.
Making me say dragon lore to you guys. How dare you? This is not what this campaign's about.
It's about drag. It's because, sorry, a lot of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You know, just want a dragon. And I just have this tiny Drake. It's not big enough yet. Give me 2 levels and I think I'll at least be able to ride it. It won't fly.
Well, it'll be able to fly, just not while you're riding it.
Not until level 15, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, level 15 will be sick when I get to ride my dragon. Victor will get us there.
So, yeah, like the next upgrade it gets, you'll be able to ride it, and it will be able to fly, but not both of those at the same time.
Until 8 more levels until I'll be able to do that. Or until it's able to do both from that point. Sorry, that was confusing. For your tiny brain,
Oh.
Amber.
When does it also get it? When does it get its breath weapon? Because I know it gets that.
So he just turns into a dragon, essentially.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not as powerful.
Okay, it's at 11th level that it gets its breath.
Okay, here's my plan. I'm mixing lores.
What?
Oh, shit.
What does that mean?
In Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Targaryens are able to ride dragons because they have dragon DNA.
So you eat Jourmal, or whatever his name is now.
No.
Wait,
With my child incubating, I'll get Dremel to lend some DNA.
Alright.
Through the art of science, not anything weird.
Amber brings up a good point. Is Dremel an infinite food source?
No.
Because we are at an academy, you know, just you,
'Cause
they
once
could probably
you-
do something.
Once you kill it, it all disappears. All parts of them.
Well, we don't have to kill it. We just have to, you know.
I mean, yeah, you eat them, but the moment it like the moment it like leaves its body, it disappears. So
Oh, okay.
it fades into the
Right.
astral. Also, eventually, it will die.
How could I turn my child part dragon so it could become a dragon rider?
What? Thank you.
You're like,
That's
we
you're
find a
messing with
kobold,
natural
we
order.
kidnap it, and make your wife, or no, not your baby mother,
Phoenix still
drink its
isn't
blood.
back yet, right?
Don't,
Yeah.
Amber, don't tell him to go fuck kobolds.
You be on the
No,
show.
that's
I'd
not
say
what I'm
that.
saying.
I said we take a kobold. So apparently, whenever it gets its breath, you can choose to breathe the breath.
Whoa, my god. That's cool.
So, after Moonbright, we head to the capital.
Yeah.
Why
no.
do I have a bunch of untitled? Okay, this is my fault. You know.
Why am I still getting hate?
Why?
I'll
am
be
I
honest, guys.
getting
I can't wait to get to Dundee.
Dundee?
Yeah,
We're
I knew you'd
skipping
look forward to
Dundee.
that.
We're never going to Dundee.
I want to go
You,
to
you know what?
Dundee.
You know what would suck if we get to the kingdom, the capital, and just a cloud appears.
You know what? We're not going to Dundee. We never went to Ratgate.
We did not go to Ratgate.
So no. No Dundee, guys.
Okay.
All right.
You
That
really
seems.
set on Rat. Well, here.
As you know, now that I think
go
about
on.
it, that isn't one giant island. That's a lot of smaller islands. The river break cuts that island in two multiple times.
A weird peninsula.
I mean, they're distinctly rivers, to be clear. I feel like you would need a bigger separation, like a bigger gap for it to be considered a different island.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it being a river is just like there's a divot in the mainland, rather than it's not like a drop off into the ocean.
Mm.
Or on the island.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I disagree. Like, is there any part or river that reaches from one side of, like say Mexico, or the Rio Grande? Is there any shoot off that reaches to the other end?
I don't really know rivers.
I don't
The
know.
Guadalupe River.
Does a river cut a island in two?
And Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix
Okay,
notoriously
that-
takes long shits.
that-
It's lore
I've
within my
known a few
family.
peop- My cousin, I got a couple cousins that are like that. They're brothers.
I'm like that. It's me. Hi. Fuck, I was doing something super important and now I can't remember what it was. Guys, my brain be... Oh, never mind, I remembered.
Remember.
Remember me.
Remember me.
Remember me. Though
While
I have
waiting
to
for
say
Apollyon
goodbye,
to get out of the
remember
restroom,
me.
Norm goes
Yeah.
insane and starts firing lightning bolts at the civilians.
The closest thing I could find to what I'm talking about is this. So.
I'm saying that happened in
Are we talking to the wizard?
Amber started
Crazy.
killing civilians, so we're gonna start doing
No, I
that.
did not do that.
Oh,
So,
It was a joke.
as you guys
Yeah.
so Apollyon's like, sorry guys, I have to go use the bathroom, and he like leaves for a second. Norm gets so bored, he's like, hey, Adaline, look at this, and then fucking kills a bunch of people, instantly evaporated in a hole.
Jesus.
It's pretty dark, but you know what? I respect Amber taking his character in a bold new direction.
Anything
That's my
happens
secret
with,
lore. I lied. I was
dragon
secretly Ash this whole time.
Bifurcation, apparently. Look at that. It's disgusting.
Hold up. I'm going through a bunch of maps fixing it.
Fixing his mistakes? No, he can't live with them.
I just have, because I have a thing on here that's like archiving shit. And
Saying that since we made him
is this
pull out
Dragon
new
Tail?
maps, he's too disorganized.
No, I just have a bunch of shit as untitled, so I don't know what anything is.
So unprepared and unprofessional.
But I am prepared for this. So give me a second.
This is where he's gonna pull out that since we didn't douse the ash serpent's ashes in water, that it's gonna come back and kill everyone.
Don't give royal ideas.
You do not know what I'm capable of. Alright.
A giant
Well, we'll
shadow
review
looms over
think you can do
Moonbright.
that.
I think anytime we kill an ash creature, we have to eat the ashes.
Jesus.
A
Can
giant
Apollo- can-
shadow looms over Moonbright. It's a dragon. That's what's happening right now.
Alrighty, you guys all make your way into the capital.
Are we gonna wait for Jourmal or?
Alright, who's missing? Hopper's
Yeah.
missing.
Alright, are you guys gonna wait for Jourmal? to finish off in the library? So you guys' kind of priority is to go straight to
He is
the
our
Yes, we
leader.
councilman.
We do want to. I guess we should do as a unified group.
All right, cool.
So we just wait for Jourmal.
See, look at this, Noah. I guess America's just in two different. Is an island, huh?
Yes,
Just
it
a
is.
bunch of islands.
There are
Alright.
2 Americas. One is in the north, the other is in the south, and they're separated by the Panama.
Hey guys, dragons are real. Found that out.
Alright, well, is there anything you guys are gonna
Worry about
do?
them?
Anything he's gonna
Yeah.
do in the meantime while he's in the library? Y'all just kind of like looking
I feel
around.
like I had
Um,
something, but I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check on this. I wanted to see if they started building a statue yet.
Yeah. As you kind of as you guys are walking around in the fucking center, like in between the 3 pillars, you see it. The kind of machinations, not machinations, the kind of like what's the word?
Foundation.
They're the foundations of like a statue. It's pretty big being built. Before
shit.
there's this kind of Grand Fountain. They've completely gotten rid of that, and now it's like this
Oh my
kind of
God.
like large marble floor, and you see a bunch of wizards kind of like forming stuff, picking stuff up, moving it around. And they've kind of
Guys,
just got the
okay.
base down, and you notice that there's you see like little feet spots in places.
Let's go, guys. It's gonna be epic.
No, I think I got it. I think what
Sorry.
I wanted to do was I wanted to. I guess if I was gonna do anything, I would also just go to the library and try and get a book on like Kaelin,
Caitlin, all right.
just like so I can learn stuff about like the path we're going down.
Bunch of fucking nerds. Adeline, you're excited about the feat, right?
How are you?
It's a funny sentence.
I don't know how to answer that one. It's a dangerously sentence.
All right. Well, we can. Okay. Well, what about Kaylin? Are you exactly looking for?
I just wanted to just kind of read up on like the path. What was the path? So we're going to like the Kingdom of Cyprus. I just want to like see if I can learn a little bit about
Are we going to the
maybe
capital?
who's. I thought we said that, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to learn like how the capital's structured, and also like a little bit about like the Isle, like the towns that go up the river.
Dundee.
Isle, the town that goes up the river. All right. How about I hate you. You're ugly. Nobody likes you. All right. No. There's some stuff I have here to give you. I will probably have to give you more information later, but for now.
Yeah.
So the things that you need to know is that every place that is named within the map is places that are controlled by different kinds of like dukes, counts, and whatnot, which is kind of like written in the lore. There's the difference, of course, between the major families and the kind of minor ones, which can easily be separated by the how on the map if you look at like the different sizes of each things.
Yeah.
So each of the places in the Isle are all ruled by different, we'll say dukes. Swordbreak is by far the house that has the most power within the actual Isle. A lot of the things that are determined, like if the Isle is to have like say if like an uprising or there's like a big major conflict within the Isle, a lot of the army that would actually go out and help is all located within Swordbreak. So they are kind of like the major governing body of the Isle.
Like the Spartans.
There's kind of within the actual Isle, because within the actual history of the Isle, the nation that has control of the Isle has changed vastly throughout history. Before it was like in the beginning times, it was split between both Eredor and Kaelin, and throughout the years there have been wars and wars and wars fought between like what parts of it are controlled. Within the most recent developments, within the war that happened, if I remember correctly, I have written a war that happened maybe around 50 years ago. Kaelin was able to successfully regain control of the Isle, and so they have all of it. And the kind of major key figures within this battle are Kaelin, Eredor, and Low Raven.
Can't even remember his own country.
It's low. It's the Hispanic within me.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
One thing to know when it comes specifically to Colkirk up in the top of the Isle, They specifically, because of how recent the kind of conflict was. I mean, 50 years ago, it's still kind of recent. There's at least a lot of people there who have lived through it. A lot of them still consider themselves part of Eredor, like they're an Eredorian city. So that's why there's kind of like a big gap between the family houses in between them and where everything else is located in the south. They're pretty much kind of on their own. You know, if they get all their stuff from Eredor, they don't really get it from Kalin. But yeah,
Okay.
is there anything more specifically you want to know? I mean, Nourmal, the kingdom, it does have, unlike all the other places like dukes and stuff, this does have a definitive king and queen, the kind of a family line. That is quote unquote the ruler of Kalin, though their political power is definitely like heavily it's not as strong of a force as like the other kingdoms within the continent.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's about it. I just wanted to know a bit about the country that we were going to be going through.
Alrighty, and then now we can move on to this. So each of you all arrive to what I have labeled as the round table. As you guys approach, you're kind of there. Each of the members are kind of given a heads up that you're here. They're all kind of, as you reach up to their level, you all notice that they're visibly excited to see you. They're all curious what kind of things that are happening. Of course, immediately, Professor Hopper not there, and Fenrar, who you guys know is one of the guard captains, is there.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Where's Hop?
Well, it seems our heroes have returned. Hello.
Didn't answer the question.
Hop. Oh, well, we're getting there. We can say hello first. You don't have to come in and asking about where the one missing member of our council is. But if
He's
you
my
must know,
second favorite member, and I look to my left. I think we all know who my first is.
Alright. Alright.
she, as you say that, she kind of gives a little smirk but rolls her eyes. Yes. So Hopper, he's currently at the Capitol. He's discussing many things we found. He says he has, we've all been kind of told about the thing you gave him, the cloud, if you will, and he took that with him in hopes of, showcasing the dangers that are within Eredor. So far, we haven't gotten any word back about how that's all going, but we expect to see something soon.
We go to the capital and the cloud is over the city.
Oh Jesus! Right. Speaking of those dangers, we met one in Kalin.
Yeah, bad
I
news.
see. I was wondering why you were all back. As far as I remembered, you were all heading over to the mountains to visit your family, correct?
Yeah.
But out of fear that we may have potentially been marked in some way,
Oh yeah,
we
we are
decided-
marked.
we decided that was not a wise decision.
We are literally marked.
and have
Yeah,
changed
look
our
at my
plans.
eyes.
And she'll look at them. That is quite peculiar. I'm sorry. There seems to be a lot that is happening. Please, start from the beginning. Let us have a better understanding of what is going on.
Well,
So-
we were on a boat. That boat was attacked by an ashed worm creature, right, Norm?
Yes.
Worm
More
creature.
snake than worm.
I would
but
say it was
yeah.
more like a snake, but yeah.
And then, we felt a burning sensation on different parts of our body.
We killed it, yes.
And after we killed the beast, there was a sword, a hilt, right?
Yeah, I got it right here, actually. If you want.
Apollyon went to wield
Inspect it.
it. Yeah, we started burning, and then we saw a vision of a monkey, a fairy.
Oh, wait, I wrote it down. Hold on.
I wrote it down as well. Let me see.
This all sounds really vague. I was hoping you'd go
Well,
into a little
listen.
more detail.
Wait, hold on. I can give you exact detail of the
A
vision.
halfling,
The
an elf,
dwarf,
and a
fairy,
dwarf.
halfling, elf, monkey.
Yeah.
Also,
I imagine
Yeah.
Apollyon gets out his little reading glasses, opens that notebook.
also a single ship at sea.
So what I'm understanding is you all saw the vision collectively.
Yes.
Yes.
In each of these, so you see these burning sensations. Where were these located?
On where our marks currently are.
And she'll kind of look around, like you all show her kind of where your marks are.
It would take a long time to take off this armor. It's on my chest.
I will take your word for it. That's very interesting. The symbol, I don't suppose any of you recognize it.
I've recognized it.
We've seen it around a few times.
Yes, the lore keepers at this school used to use the symbol.
That is true. I'm not exactly how you come to learn that information. Help her set
Been
something.
researching.
Oh. She'll react to kind of what you said, but then shake her head. All right. Okay. She's kind of thinking. You know, there's a lot of thinking in her head, trying to make out like what to say next. Kind of. I mean, what do you all understand about this symbol exactly?
Anyone have more knowledgeable?
Not much. It's just kind of been present.
And she'll kind of look over at
Unexpected
Adaline
places.
specifically at this. I wouldn't
She
suppose
knows.
you know anything more about this.
My father gave me something similar. That's about all I know. He said to only use it if it was necessary, but
Please, dear, and please hand it over to me.
uh, okay. I'll hand it over.
And she'll look at it. It's a symbol. She'll kind of like, since Jordan's next to her, she'll kind of like, kind of hold it next to your head and kind of examine your eyes. That is quite interesting. All right. So, again, does anybody happen to know what this is? And she'll hold up the little, the patch of the Adaline has.
History check time.
I mean, the only one who can really make the most successful history check here would probably be either Jourmal or Adaline.
Oh. I'll try my hand at one.
So
Wait,
are we
try one?
are we both allowed to, or
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
I wouldn't say neither of you are particularly vexed with this information.
No.
So there's an Okay. To do a little explaining, there's an organization here, birthed here in Kalen, if you will, and well, how do I explain this? They have their hands in a lot of things, and as far as I know that I've been aware of, part of their mission is uncovering some of the more forgotten histories of this land. And by this land, of course, I mean Nova as a whole. Their symbol, as far as I know, their symbol comes from a more kind of, this kind of reoccurring ancient image that they have been able to, I guess, collect, or they've been able to recognize. And so this symbol is kind of birthed from that. And all I can presume is that the symbol that has been marked on all of you is that more ancient symbol. Now, what any of this means, I couldn't possibly tell you. Of course, I am very talented with the arcane, and I can instantly tell you that this mark within each of you is radiating with a sort of energy that I couldn't even begin to understand.
Oh. Is it
I don't
bad?
know. I couldn't say. Not right now, at least. I mean, if you would all perhaps want to stay here for a few days, maybe we can look through it, maybe try to understand it a little more.
Yeah, I bet you'd like that. And I'll shoot a wink at Jourmal.
Now is not really the time for that, nor is it appropriate.
well, my only concern is if we are being followed, staying here is not a grand idea.
That is
I
true.
agree.
I mean, how powerful... Oh, man. I'm trying to think.
I got out without a scratch on me, but
Okay.
who knows if they get stronger.
Shut up. I don't want to stop snapping, please. Someone tell me.
Alt. Hold
Alt?
Alt.
Hold Alt and move your character.
Let's go.
You there, Apollyon, was it? You said that something was, after you fought the creature, something came out of it. It was a hilt. May I see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it out and kind of like unwrap it from the cloth that I wrapped it.
Imagine if she gets burned on a symbol as well.
She holds it in her hand, and she's like, seems a little cold to the touch. And to Apollyon, you specifically, this is really interesting because from what you gather, whenever you hold on to it, there's this kind of just heat within it.
I'll kind of go to grab it again to feel it again.
Yeah, same thing. You kind of feel this warmth, this heat within it.
Jourmal, what do you feel? Then I'll toss it to him.
Is it cold?
No, it's the same thing. You feel that warmth within it, this heat.
It's cozy. It's warm. Fiery, passionate.
Same.
Are you saying you all feel this warm? This, because when I touched it, it felt rather cold.
No.
You know, the cold steel of a blade that you normally feel. I'm not really sure I understand what this is. I mean, it mostly just seems like a broken sword to me.
You can't feel any magic radiating off of it?
She'll kind of like sit it down on her lap and raise her arms, and as she does, her hands instantly glow this kind of like blue arcane energy. Sure, I'll give her a fair chance. I think I'm feeling something, but if there's any arcane energy within this, it's far too small maybe for me to perceive it.
What about Norm? Would he be able to feel something arcane in this?
I already tried.
Nothing?
And
I said that. Yeah, it said that all I got from the identify thing was that it had the same kind of ash energy, and that's about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, if it came from the creature, certainly it might be important. So I'd keep it around, but I really can't garner anything more than that.
What does it look like? Like, is there any writing on it or anything like that?
All right, let me pull up. Let me try to find a picture that more closely represents it.
Amwu.
Nathan.
Amwu.
No.
Ew.
Amu? I'm gonna punch you, man.
No.
I wanna pick you up and throw you through a glass pane table.
Jesus.
Maybe.
I would say it most closely looks like this, but a little more broken, closer towards the hilt.
North America?
I see.
Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. Cool. I had something different pictured in my head, so I continue picturing that, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to do. The symbol is quite interesting. Where do you all plan to head after this?
To the aisle.
We're going back to Kaled. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Fuck. Help.
Eridor.
You're not a local from this land. I shouldn't expect you to know that.
We head through the aisle to Eridor to the capital. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll find more answers
We're
there.
going to Ground Zero.
So you all plan on heading back into Eridor?
Yes, the capital. Ground Zero.
Perhaps if you're being chased, maybe that is your best option. Do you plan on heading over to the capital of Kaled?
Yeah.
I see. Well, specifically for this symbol, and she'll hold up the Adaline's kind of patch again. I would advise you to do a little more research on this there. There might be people there to help who can help you a little more than I can about that. As well as Hopper should be there. I believe he plans on being there for a few weeks. Maybe talking to him would be... maybe he can give you more advice on what is all happening, and he even has a little bit more insights on all the symbol than any of us would. Is there anything else I can do for you all?
I mean,
Yes, we'll be on our way.
If you are truly all being followed, then I probably wouldn't stay anywhere too populated for longer than you need to. I really do condemn all of your efforts. It's not easy doing what you all do.
And now we're cursed.
well, potentially.
Maybe. Oh,
There's a couple of cursed bastards.
I suppose one thing that is a little left unanswered for me, this vision, would you all please go into a little more detail about it?
I mean,
I whip out the
vague as
notebook
it sounds.
again.
It's just we saw a ship, a lone ship sailing, and then
What,
some
what
water.
kind of ship?
Kind of ship.
What kind
We
of
didn't
ship?
ask it.
Galleon.
Yeah, this is a pretty big ship. This is not like a. How do I explain this? It's like, think of like the so like this is gonna be a little lame, but think of the ship from Sea of Thieves, like the kind of like the smaller one that for like 2 to 3 people, about that size.
Okay.
So it's like a proper ship, but it's not too big.
Brigantine.
Yeah, where's our boat guy Noah?
Let's call it a brig.
And
We also saw dwarf, fairy, halfling, elf, and a monkey.
Yes.
Was a monkey.
let's see,
They were all kind of standing together.
were they? Were they wearing anything in particular?
Were they wearing anything in particular?
Were they?
I would say that the clothing that they're all wearing, the clothing that they all wear is kind of similar to you guys's. It's very much like, think of like practical kind of like everyday clothes underneath kind of very basic like armor from like leather to proper like plate mail.
Adventure
Like a
gear.
Yeah, they have
casual
very
battle
adventure.
outfit.
They all had very adventure gear.
Is this the other group?
Seemed like some sort of adventurers armed with like armor on top of more practical clothing.
Even the monkey
the-
was like clothed. He had, like, you noticed that they had a staff on them.
The other group gets to
monkey
be
had a staff.
monkeys and fairies?
Another a fairy. That's quite odd. Do any of you happen to know anything about fairies?
Would I
No.
happen to know
I'm
anything
a little bit
about
surprised
fairies?
that you had nothing to say about the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey's the most surprising thing to me.
I mean, I guess a monkey can simply be a pet in that instance, but okay. So the only one who can vaguely maybe know anything about fairies, go ahead and everybody make me a history check. And Adaline, you have your DC's a little lower.
I have a
Slightly.
book. I can make a history check.
What's your book about?
It's about general like world history.
Okay.
Might have a paragraph or two about
But
fairies.
I'm the fairy man.
Oh,
All
we're
right,
not.
so the only one who's getting close to learning anything is going to be Jorm. So Jorm, you understand that fairies are creatures that live in like Megran, kind of in the southeast of Nova, and that's the most you know about them, is that they're just like these small little, like, you understand what they look like. They're small little creatures from the southeast.
Yeah, I don't know too much. I know about fairies though.
I see. Well, yes. So, I guess wherever this vision's supposed to take place, when it comes to fairies, unless I guess there's one very far out of its comforts, many of the fairies all reside within Megran. They all have like large communities there. It's very rare for any fairy to be wandering out. It's very, I guess, taboo within their culture. It's all very interesting. I guess, do you have any sort of theories of what this vision might be, or is this perhaps not really anything you've looked too far into?
I think there are enemies.
Enemies?
I don't know about that, but I do think it does. It should spark some interest. But we kind of got a lot of our plate right now. I don't know if it doesn't really seem that important.
Perhaps not. I mean, I think it'd be I think it's quite spectacular. Each of you saw the same sudden vision after fighting off a demon creature.
I think it'd only be useful if we could see this vision for a little longer.
Perhaps. Well, I suppose that's all I have for any of you. If you guys need any sort of supplies, we're kind of stretching ourselves thin, making sure everybody is, every person is accounted for. But we do have some spare supplies if you need any.
I think
We should be fine.
We've gotten a lot
You don't
of
need any more
rations
than
for
us.
journeys that didn't get completed.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, how long do you each plan on staying here?
We're gonna head out immediately, Trying to avoid big populations.
It is getting quite dark. Are you sure you don't want to maybe spend a night here?
damn.
Well, if you're offering. Sure.
Shoot,
All right,
Jourmal
well.
another wink.
We'll be sure to. We can make some room, give each of you a room if you'd like.
Alright.
Sure thing.
Alrighty. Well, I think this meeting for now shall be over. If there's anything else you'd like to do within the academy while you're here, feel free to be my guest.
I'd like to give Frederick an A+.
I'm sorry, who?
He's a student who goes here.
I'll have to look a little into the archives. I'm not going to give this kid an A to be clear, but if he's a student who's of interest from you, I don't see why I shouldn't look more into them.
Yes, they helped me accomplish my goals.
Yes.
Defending Moonbright.
I don't know what he's talking about, but that is not far from the truth. He taught me a spell that turned out to be very useful in the defense of the city.
Did we get him drunk?
Quite admirable. I'm sorry, what?
Never mind.
He is a minor. Well, same age as me, actually. Am I allowed to drink?
Yes.
How old are you? You're 19? Yeah, of course.
I don't think there's a law against it.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Of course, we have a shop that sells ale on campus, but when it comes to our more, what's the word?
It didn't happen.
Shut up. I'm trying to think of the word. What's the word? Our more
Minor.
influenceable students. We prefer them to stay away from such acts.
Out of character, should we ask if they found anything out about the captain?
Nah.
Okay, so just asking.
Yeah, if you guys don't ask about it, we're not going to say anything.
I'll be a little more low key, so where are my sleeping quarters? Wink, wink.
We'll have them arranged for you later. Just give us a little. That's all she says
Alright.
back.
ERP.
Okay, well, this meeting is over. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say? And is there
No.
anything more you'd like to do?
I'm gonna go to the library.
Apollyon's going to the library?
Yes,
You
sir.
guys gotta stop going to the library. This is not what this campaign's about.
The library.
That was the only time I'll ever go, I swear.
Alrighty. Apollyon, what are you doing in the library? What are you looking for?
I'll find one of those magic owl thingies and I'll
Whew.
ask it anything on demons or devils or hell.
Whew. It kind of moves his head back and forth, thinking. Oh, and it'll fly up to the third floor.
Follow it.
This is going to be very much in the same section as all the other books that you guys have been reading about mythological creatures. It'll kind of point you to a few different books. One of them is the same one that Jorm had read earlier. Some other ones, as you look through them, some of them are just more of like stories, like more closer, like akin to like fairy tales. But most of them that you go through, there's nothing necessarily. There's no books that are like directly academic. A lot of them is more of just like transcripts of journals that other people have wrote, like stories that have been told to generations and stuff like that. And so what's particularly interesting is if you take your time to kind of read through these stories. So whenever you're reading stories about demons, quote unquote, many of them, like whenever they describe like the demon, a lot of them are very unfamiliar from what you know about of the Ash.
Okay.
I can't
what
contain
I
the
figured.
demon inside.
Like the ways that their kind of bodies are described and the way that and just kind of like the things they do, the way they act is very unfamiliar to you
Yeah.
if you're trying to make a comparison to yourself or the Ash from it.
I think okay. I got two more things I can. Okay. I'll ask the owl for anything with the keyword ash.
Ash?
Yeah.
You notice like its head starts doing like 360s and it's spinning really fast.
Okay.
And then it stops and it just kind of looks at you like, oh.
Oh.
If you don't understand what I mean, roll an insight check.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean. Hold on. Insight. Yeah, I think I understand.
Yeah, you're being a little too vague.
Yeah. Let me look up anything about dark magic. Making a vague guess.
Is that an alarm going off?
Yeah, the
Like
birds.
this guy's looking at evil magic.
This bird is a little conflicted. And then it'll fly. It'll fly off, and this time kind of like on the other side of the third floor.
Jesus. I run over there.
And it kind of directs you towards. Okay. It kind of only directs you towards a, like, if you look at it, it's clearly just kind of like a fiction, like kind of fairy tale story about like an old witch who used dark magic to terrify other lands. And you look through it, it's like clearly, oh, this is just kind of like a kind of an older kid's book. And it'll kind of look and just go, oh,
Is it?
oh.
I knew the library sucked.
Oh!
I'll put the books back and then I'll just go back to my room defeated.
Alright. Anything else? Anybody else?
Wait, so, just question. So the monkey, was it like a monkey man or just an actual monkey?
It was a straight up monkey wearing clothes.
And it had a staff.
And it had a staff.
Okay. I'm also gonna go to the library.
Is that you? Is that you?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. Why don't you like him for armor? Woo!
I want to search up anything about.
Monkey.
Did the staff look magic? Did it look like it had wizard robes?
So, no, not at all. Actually, in fact, this monkey wasn't even wearing armor. It was wearing purely just like oversized clothes, and it had a staff. It kind of had like a bandana over its head. And it was
just gonna describe
monkey.
Just gonna describe like a monkey holding a staff and wearing those clothes and see if it brings up anything.
And it'll like kind of shake its head. No.
Okay. What about, and then I just list all of those races, a story about those traveling together, potentially on a ship.
And it'll shake its head once more.
Wow. Well, the library does indeed suck. And I will leave.
What if each race is representing one of the kings that came over?
It's a possibility.
Mayhaps.
But they were all humans.
Yes, but you can have different representations of things. Maybe one of the kings was represented by the monkey, the other one was represented by the fairy. You get the idea.
Yeah.
I don't.
Somebody roll me a history, Apollyon, roll me a history check. Only Apollyon,
okay.
because he's been reading.
Yeah. Can I add my proficiency bonus to this?
No.
Since this has to do with my book? Fuck.
Nerd alert.
Can I add my proficiency bonus since I'm in a grassland?
No. So this is too hard to figure out. It's just like if you remember some of the book. So specifically when it comes to the big one is fairies. Although you don't really know much about fairies, Apollyon, you do not you just know that it is not recognized as one of the races that traveled with the Six Kings.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be clear, I have to pull up a list here in a second. Because you would know this is very basic, very much the beginning, within the story that is told. The races that traveled with the kings is, of course, you have humans. Then you have your elves, your dwarves, your halflings, and your gnomes. Everything else besides that either has no kind of recorded history on where it comes from, or it is a native to Nova. So, like, a big thing is that orcs are native to Nova.
I got you. Okay. Do we need to fucking investigate these fairies to fucking get further down on this this vision or some shit?
I say we came, saw, and conquer their land.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I do love a good bit of what's that thing America did when it was conquering?
Imperialism.
No, it was it's a very specific term.
I know what
Genocide?
you're talking about.
Westward expansion.
Manifest
Yes, exactly.
Destiny.
Manifest Destiny.
Yeah. I
So,
can't wait to
alright.
manifest Destiny some fairies.
No, this is super important because this is kind of this is kind of a general known thing when it comes to just the dominance of humans within Nova. So when it comes to the native races within the actual within Nova, many of them are either rare or they all are kind of bounded together within one singular place. The only real exception to that is orcs, which notoriously they're kind of more nomadic. They all kind of travel within smaller groups. But there is kind of this underlying theme within Nova of many of the native creatures within there are either one not recognized as like intelligent creatures, like in the same way that like the rest of the races are, and they're also none of them have any real. The closest that has to having any kind of quote unquote political power would be orcs, and even then they're more treated just like like I guess not monsters,
Savages.
but like savages is a good word. Yeah, and they're more like savages.
What about Dragonborn?
Savages.
You have no known history on Dragonborns.
They don't exist. Quickly, have Maul fuck a dragon.
Alrighty, anybody else doing some last minute cramming before the exam?
No, I don't want to go to the library.
Thankful that we're interested in the fucking lore for once.
It's I do enjoy talking about some lore, but none of you take any notes, so you'll forget it anyways.
No, we remember.
I'm trying to think. Like I just want to wander around, see what's different, see if I can't find anything new or something like that.
So since it's getting closer to night, one thing you do notice immediately, Adaline, is that when it comes to like being at night, like the academy itself is dead. You kind of know, you kind of come to this understanding that there's kind of like a hard curfew for people. There's a lot of people who don't necessarily feel safe being outside at night, and so as soon as the sun goes down, people are getting into where their living quarters are, and they're just staying with their families.
Don't mind at night.
Don't mind at night.
You know you're looking at that. All right. Banger song, by the way. All right. Anything? Nothing else of interest though.
No. And so by the time night begins, like starts falling, a kind of courier will come up to you, and and they'll hand you 3 keys to rooms, and they'll kind of point you in the direction, like which kind of dormitory they belong to.
3 keys.
I didn't say 3 keys.
Oh, they said 3 keys.
I did say 3 keys.
Yeah, he said 3 keys.
Okay, you're fucking confusing me.
Okay, Phoenix, he said 3 keys, man.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know. And I said 3 keys, and then Royal
No, but
said.
he said 3 keys.
I did say 3 keys.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I said, in response, I said, I did say 3 keys.
I thought you said I didn't.
Sorry, I didn't.
I was like, what?
To be clear, there are 3 keys. Only 3.
Alright.
So, Jourmal, it looks like they didn't give a 3rd key.
Oh man, I guess I'll go talk to them about that. You guys go to bed early. I'll handle
Okay. Alright, sure.
Man, that sucks. Hope I can find a place to sleep. If not, I'll knock on your door, Norm.
All right, don't do that too late though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll go see.
Alright, where you going?
Good night. What?
So where you going, Jorm?
To the Grace's housing.
Did you check your notes for her name?
No, I was about to, but then I remembered it.
Okay.
Ugh, good thing I have that written down somewhere.
Hey, I didn't get a key.
Yeah. So do you remember where she sleeps? I mentioned this before.
No.
Anybody else
Maybe in
remember?
that tower.
And one of the towers, I thought.
Is in the library, top
Yeah,
floor.
like the top tower that Norm went to.
Oh, cool. In the library.
The very top floor of the library, correct?
Oh, well, I'll head there.
It's the
I gotta do some
library.
research.
Oh,
If you're heading straight to her room, as soon as you get up there, you're kind of accepted in, and she's excited to see you.
ERP. Royal, please, for us.
I stripped down to my bottom.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright, so
crying.
I'm presuming
I
you're
take
laying.
off my shirt and flex my pecs.
She rolls her eyes and is unimpressed, but she's happy to see you.
Well,
Alrighty.
I'm about to go into, enemy territory,
Oh my god.
Eridor, the capital where it all started. I kinda, I hope you don't mind, but I don't want my bloodline to finish off with me.
Oh Jesus! The worst words you could say, and you sound
ERP.
That's
You
And
You broke Royal.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna have
My
a important
brawn.
conversation.
my
You-
brawn plus your brains would produce one of the most
Oh
mighty
my
children.
God.
You are aware of the implications of that, yes?
No.
I mean,
Oh my
surely.
God!
You do realize the Look, John, I am very grateful for everything you've done for not only me but this academy, for all the people who live here. You've saved countless lives, and I don't think anything can ever take away from that. However, I mean,
What? I'm an orc?
to put it plainly, not only that, I believe you are half orcish, correct?
Yeah.
and you understand the taboos that come with that. I've
I've
never
lived
been.
my whole life with that.
I've never been one to judge anybody based off of their appearance. As far as I'm concerned, there are countless of humans who are far less worthy than you'll ever be. However, as somebody of importance, of somebody as my stature, carrying
Stature?
a-
I have a statue of myself outside.
carrying a kin of you would be very hard, not only for me but for that child.
Yeah. It was hard for me. But, I mean, you're noble. I'm a hero. The world would be glad to accept this child. Unworthy of it.
I mean, it's a lot to think about.
It's a proposition. If not right now, then maybe I'll fight my way through Eridor and come back once you've made up your mind.
If you could give that to me.
I will
Oh.
be coming back.
And
Better not die.
I do await that day very much.
And I will prove that an orc is better than man.
I don't think that's exactly what that was implying.
If
but-
not equal.
But yes, that sounds fair.
You know. Alright. Well, you know, racism and, you know, systemic racism, you know, with the whole sour. I'm gonna. I think I'll just stay in Norm's room for tonight.
Are you sure?
Alright.
And we'll fade to black.
Yeah, not even the slightest push.
All right, you've convinced me.
When do you, post coitus, when do you suppose you'll be back?
And I guess our plan was just to get to Eridor. I don't know what the plan is after that. I'm surprised we haven't discussed it. I guess we're hoping we find our answers, and then I guess it'd be best to bring these answers back to the most smart, educated people we know in Moonbright. So, I guess we head over to the capital and head right back over here once we get what we want.
I see.
So, like a month? What is it going to be, a month or two? Victor? How long would that take?
How long will it take specifically?
To get to the capital of Eridor and back.
Presuming nothing bad happens and everything goes as planned.
That's a big presumption.
Yeah.
Big presumption, but it's all you can really work with. Let's see here. I'm calculating.
I'm guessing at least 2 or 3 months,
So,
and then at most
by the
forever.
time you guys break ocean, where are you heading first?
The Isle, right?
Like to the Isle, you mean, or like away from the Isle?
Like once you you're hitting the Kingdom of Cyprus, correct?
Yeah.
And then from there, you're getting onto the water. Where are you heading first exactly?
Straight to Swordbreak.
Straight to Swordbreak? Alright. Alright.
Then I reckon we'll stay in Dundee for a night or two, and then we'll have to camp in the wilderness until we get to the final, like, city at the edge of the Isle.
Dude, I don't know. That journey, I'm looking through it. I mean, it would probably take you a month to get to Swordbreak alone.
Damn. What if we just take like a
I'll
ship?
say a year. I'll tell her it'll be a year.
Here?
Yeah.
That's
What, like half a year?
that's quite a long time. All right.
Hopefully less.
Can you do me a favor? And she'll kind
Yeah.
of set up. Well, I am
Favor.
Well, as you know, I am a woman of vast arcane powers.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the arcane, there's a certain limitation to it. With the arcane, we are able to create, we are able to destroy, we are able to reshape things, we are able to bend things at our will. But something particular about the arcane and what we understand of it is that it is only ever in the present. You can never use magic that'll affect the future, and you can never use magic that'll affect the past. But a woman of my knowledge likes to explore beyond the boundaries.
Of course. Always pushing the limits. I like that. Like that for you.
Fucking you.
So, when I look back and study many of the ancient arcane ways that our ancestors have looked at, something I found from some of the more native races of this place, they have their own methods of looking into the future. And I suppose I have interest of it. Would you humor me?
Yeah. I can do way more than that if you ask.
I believe you've already given that to me. 1 second.
Move.
And she'll come back, and you notice what she looks like. Kind of she has this kind of like this sleek kind of wooden box, and it's very small. It's only about the size of I mean, it's the size of your hand, a little bigger than that.
Ooh.
And she'll kind of latch it open, and within it you see these kind of firstly, you notice that they look very old. They're very old, but these very like fine, or how do I explain this? It's a deck of cards.
Huh.
But they're
Tarot cards.
They are tarot cards. We'll get into that later.
Oh, okay.
But the kind of material of it is this kind of very old and stiff kind of paper material. The kind of art within each of the cards, you notice each of them are specifically hand painted, and if you look a little closer, you notice that the paint is years and years old. Go ahead and make me just kind of a general history check, let's say.
I'm the best at these. They call me Historian Jorm. There you go,
7?
Historian Jorm.
It
Give
is
me,
the ranger.
roll me with advantage.
A what?
Roll me with advantage. Give me advantage.
Because I said I was Historian Jorm. Okay.
That's the story.
I gotta stop saying Historian Jorm. That's a jinx.
So you're unsure of much else, the very of what these things are. At the very least, what kind of surprises you and catches your eye a little is that within the actual kind of wooden box itself, you notice that there's like small orcish carvings at the bottom. But not okay. That's a little bit wrong. It's not
That's
necessarily.
something I'd know.
It's orcish, but something about it's like off. Like it's like parts of it you can recognize, but like as you look at it, kind of at the outside of the whole, it doesn't make any sense to you.
Almost familiar.
Kind of.
Not quite.
You
What
know,
is
she,
this?
she kind of lets out like an awkward chuckle. I'm surprised you don't necessarily recognize what these are, but I suppose it's a practice that's kind of been lost.
Yeah, I was also raised by a human sister.
You know, she kind of just like flips she's shuffling the cards very naturally through her hands. All right. This is gonna sound a little childish, but if you will please, choose me 3 cards.
Alright. What do I roll?
Nothing. You just tell me you choose 3 cards.
I choose the top card, the second card, and then a middle card.
All right. She places each of the 3 cards down in between you two on the bed, just kind of laid out. The first one that you chose is on your left, her right, and then the second one you chose in the middle, and the last one that you chose is on your right. I need to do something real quick. So you guys can just kind of fuck around for a bit. I got to.
He needs to bust out his tarot cards.
Nah,
Yeah.
I will go to the restroom.
I do have tarot cards, but that's besides the
I have
point.
tarot cards too. They're pretty cool.
I got these like
My mom-
a little off topic. These really cool kind of like I don't even know how to describe it, but they're super cool. Never mind. What are you saying, Nathan?
But my mom was always like, "Oh, that's the devil. Don't do that." So my brother has tarot cards, not me.
Foosball was the devil.
Yeah. Even though my great grandmother actually like legit just practices like brujeria.
Every time I've done tarot cards, they're always kind of, I don't know, they're always kind of been right.
Yeah. My brother has some. Yeah, I never did I never let him read me. I think
Really?
I let him read my tea leaves once. Even though like, which is probably way worse than tarot cards, is I did a Ouija board.
Oh, fuck that. I would never do that shit.
Yeah, that's probably way worse. Like,
I'm
yeah.
not even superstitious, but I'll never do that shit.
Hey Nathan, can you look at your DM show work?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Dang, 10. Alright. Well, excuse you.
Yeah, sorry. Stinky man. Oh.
I hate children!
Children play here, man.
What?
Children play here, Noah.
I am back.
And Amber's muted right now.
am
The
back.
child is gone.
Huh.
Oh shit, he's back.
I said I was back.
No.
Back.
Nuh-uh.
Not true.
No.
What were you talking about me for?
Talking about how bad of a person you are.
That's actually hilarious.
Cool.
Talking about how you're basically like the devil, Amru. We don't like you.
Okay.
We want you to stay away from us because you scare us. Oh, you ever mess with tarot cards, Amber? That's what we were talking about.
Oh no, I have not.
What, did your mom say that's the devil and witchcraft and not to do it?
No, I've just never been in a situation where I was near tarot cards.
What about a tea reading?
I've not done that either.
Palm reading?
Nope.
Witchcraft?
Yeah,
Ouija board?
I have not. No.
Alright, what about this witchcraft thing, Amber?
Oh no, I was just saying that. But no, I mean, my mom's always said that we have like, I don't know what her relation to us is, but they always said that one of our family members was practiced brujeria in a shack in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I think
I feel like every Mexican has a relative, yeah.
Everyone has that.
I have I have a childhood friend whose mom does all that stuff. Very Mexican family.
Yeah,
Actually
my
hilarious.
great-grandmother.
That's actually hilarious.
It's actually hilarious.
I love that so much.
Really good.
That's from Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah, fucking Chris Hansen.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Evans?
Oh, Chris, oh fuck, Hansen.
What did you bring? What's in the bag? Onions, Mountain Dew, and condoms.
So you didn't know
Is
she
Scott is Scott here? Oh, you know what? He just left. Jumps through the fucking window.
Why'd you bring condoms? Because I thought they were balloons.
There's no way that's a real life.
No, it's not.
Okay. I was about to say.
Oh man, back when Gus Johnson didn't abuse his girlfriend. There's the
I forgot about that.
he did a Chris Hansen video where like the dude's just he's reacting to it and this guy's like getting caught being a predator and he's just munching down on pizza. He does not care.
All right,
Like
I'm.
he ate a
Oh
full
yeah, I know.
pizza.
I think I remember that. Holy shit! I remember seeing that.
All right,
All right,
you're
I'm
back,
ready.
Victor.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, tell me
Yeah,
my
it's okay.
future.
She'll ask. She'll look at you and be like, "All right, please flip over the card to your left."
I flip it over. Oh God.
The first card that you reveal, at the bottom, it has these words. Same thing where it's like a little bit like it's a little bit recognizably Orcish, but you don't necessarily 100% understand what it all means. But the symbol for it, you see, it kind of looks like in the middle of it, it's this tower, and along the kind of structure of this tower, you notice that there's cracks that are placed kind of all alongside of it. At the very top, there is a lightning bolt that strikes the top of the tower.
Badass.
And she'll, if you say that, she'll kind of like tilt her head a little bit. So if I remember correctly, this card is the tower. Oh, I guess I should have explained earlier. So the way that this works is that each of these cards will read, I suppose, your present, your past, your present, and your future.
So this is my past.
Yes. So,
Alright.
if I remember correctly, the tower represents that almost a sort of like an end. That the foundations of your life are crumbling,
Oh, so
and that what was once known is no longer.
For Norsen.
okay, yeah.
That's
Alright.
crazy.
I'll flip the middle card.
The middle card, this one, you see the picture of a woman with a halo, and below her, what looks like, I guess I don't know necessarily if you guys would know like in character what a lion is, but for you to know, a lion. She kind of like, she's kind of in kind of like a petting motion of it.
Who's this lady?
That one should be strength.
Makes sense.
So if this is this card represents your present, strength, I guess as it explains, kind of represents the power within you,
Dragon energy.
the strength, if you will, that you have in order to accomplish, I guess, whatever you're going through.
Of course, makes sense.
I
That's it?
Pretty much, I mean, I suppose you can interpret it that you will have the strength to accomplish what you plan to in the present.
Alright, let's break the rules of wizardry and look into the future. I flip the last card.
So this one, at the top, what you see kind of looks like an angelic figure with clouds around it as it blows the
Death.
trumpet.
Shit, we died.
Oh,
Okay, for one, to be clear, in tarot, the death card does not literally mean
wait, this is-
dying.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Wait,
is
hold
the
on.
death card.
Isn't this the High Priestess?
No.
Is that what you're trying to go
Oh,
for
yeah,
here?
what were the actual cards that you drew?
The tower. And what's number 2?
Strength.
Strength.
And so, let me
that a real
finish.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. At the top, so it's an angelic-looking figure, and surrounded by clouds blowing a trumpet, and below it are a bunch of people without clothes, each kind of with their arms, outwards. Their arms, in front of them, looking up into the sky. This one is.
This is most vague.
This one is judgment.
Oh.
It's it represents, I guess, sort of fulfilling one's purpose, or at least stepping up to fulfill that.
I guess that means the ash isn't gonna be a problem.
I mean,
after I get there.
I suppose that's one way to interpret it. Of course, a big reason why, well, all of this that we're doing is superstition, and I apologize for that. I believe that what I have is just, the power that comes from it isn't arcane in any form, but that it still can have some power.
I'm a believer that tower was pretty accurate. And same with the second one. And who knows about the future? Only time will tell.
Perhaps. I mean, from my understanding of all of these, they're all pretty vague. I mean, I purposely so, I suppose. But if you at least found any meaning out of it, then I appreciate that. Thank you for doing this.
Alright. Well, is it morning or is it still night?
At this point, it's like dead of night. You guys are, like, in bed.
You don't mind. I'm
doing some pillow talk.
gonna catch some Z's now.
Should I?
I have a trip ahead of me.
Yes, I know.
Now I lay my head to rest.
And so does she. And then that, you guys will have a good night.
Then someone wakes up. 3 of us wake up and 1 of us don't. Adaline died of old age.
Struck down suddenly in her sleep.
Of all the things, old age.
Natural causes.
Why is the child dying now? What's up with that, guys?
That's his judgment.
Adeline, he went to sleep just angry at Adeline that she died in her sleep.
Alright, well, did either of you three get up to anything at night, or do you guys have any plans for the morning?
I just read more world history, a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, you're catching up now. At this point, you're kind of, like, if you're reading through it, at this point, you're kind of within the first, you're like maybe like 100 years past the original colonization. So a lot of the older generation that lived throughout that time have passed away. And so now it's a lot of, new generations, and a lot of them there's a lot more conflict. And so you start reading about many of the first early wars that were between each of the kingdoms, and kind of the territories, the fights that happen between kingdoms, the fights that happen within kingdoms, and a lot of the early developmental stages of Nova. Alrighty. What's the plan, boys? And girl?
I guess we head out.
Is there any chance I could take that judgment card with me? Seems badass.
If you ask her for it, she'll just be like, I'm sorry, this was a very hard set to find, but if I happen to find another one, I'd be sure to give you this one.
Yeah. I could return it. You know, I'm coming back soon. Hopefully. I mean, not soon, but like, in like a year, maybe.
How about this?
Be sick.
And she'll come back, and she'll have that journal that you gave her, and she'll kind of flip it open, kind of go through the pages, and then tear out a page. Here you go. And she'll hand it to you, and as you grab it, you notice that on there it is a drawing of the card, and you notice that it is a recreation of it in very incredible detail.
Holy shit.
What
magic is this?
I mean, it's these cards have been something I have kept with me for a while, and I think they look pretty.
Alright. Well, I'll be back in a year, maybe.
I will
If
await
not
your return.
sooner. Hopefully sooner. Well, I'll go get my little baby brother who's seasick.
All right. I'll get all the headmasters together and we'll see you off.
Alright, I go wake up Normie.
It's
Normie?
kind of like Normie. I'll just kind of open up the door, peeking out. I think he just has like the maps of like Kalen out. Looks like he woke up pretty early and was just charting out their path.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. What is it, Jorm? Oh, right. Leaving. Sorry.
Prepare your
It's right out. Why is it? Oh, God.
prepare your boat and legs after we leave the capital.
Yeah. We still have some walking to do.
You should check once we get to the capital, though, if they have any sort of medicine for your seasickness.
Ken, don't have. Oh, yes, I'll do that, Jorm. How about we go find the others?
I'm worried for you, baby bro.
And I appreciate the concern.
I don't want you vomiting all over my
Not
shoes.
going to vomit all over your shoes.
Alright, let's go get the others. I'll knock on Adeline's door.
What is Adaline up to at this time, Noah?
Probably still asleep.
You knock on her door and she doesn't respond.
I use thaumaturgy to make my knocks really loud.
She's jolted awake. Very uncomfortable waking. Where did my mouse go? What the fuck? Here's the oh, there it is. What the fuck? Blind. Just 1 second.
She died in her sleep. As you
Yeah.
as you hover over her
Natural
body,
causes.
you can only conclude natural causes.
Alright, hold on. Let me roll a D100 to see if I suffered a heart attack.
Ooh, that's almost in
Oh,
heart attack range.
Yeah.
78 heart attack.
Yeah, if it was it had to be an 80 or above for a heart attack, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, on a 1, Normal had an aneurysm and died. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a 1.
Ignorant, what if I rolled that happened? If you rolled a
That'd be
1, it's
really-
like he's dead.
That'd be really funny.
That'd be terrible. Oh god.
Apollyon, what are you doing this fine morning?
Apollyon's working out. He's doing push-ups, crunches.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll be.
You know what? Let's have a
So
little
what I'm-
fun. Something I
so what
forgot
I'm-
to do earlier.
Uh-oh.
Dragon flows through Moonbright.
So what I'm getting is that Adaline is lazy and everybody else is on their grind set.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, nothing
As
happens.
real Palmer just teleports over here.
You said nothing happens?
Nothing happened.
Alright.
Wake up, Adeline.
She's kind of moving slowly now. She's up.
You get ready to set sail in like a week or two.
Why do I have to get ready to set sail now?
Let's get ready for it.
And I need to talk to you about something, but later when those two aren't around.
I'm
There's
still in my
only
room.
Norm here.
Oh,
Norm,
thought-
go get what's his Apollyon.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. I like being sent away. And I go off to get Apollyon.
What do you want, Adeline?
what does my father do for a living? It's obvious he's not a painter now.
He's a village elder. He takes care of the village. When it was a village. But, Jordan, go ahead and give me a history check.
Did Nathan Snake bug out? It sounded like his mic fucked up.
Nathan! Nathan!
Nathan, no!
Nathan!
Oh no! I killed him with that question. No.
Jourmal suddenly suffered. That's what I rolled for. Jourmal suddenly suffered a heart attack. He collapses in front of you. His body starts like, what is it, like seizing. Anyways, tarot cards are cool, guys. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
cool.
I bought these off of Amazon for like $20. Maybe 15, I don't remember. But they're really cool looking.
That is cool.
Amber, you're a 3 of Pentacles.
3 of Pentacles?
Pentacles? Pentacles?
Tentacles, probably.
They're like pentagrams, but Penta CLES.
Probably Pentacles.
Pentacles. Alrighty. Okay, somebody at fucking Nathan. You know what? We'll come back to this.
It might be Pentacle. I think it might be Pentacle.
He's back. Is he back? Is he back? Is he back? Is he back?
Nathan,
Yeah.
please.
Just having some internet problems on my computer.
Yeah, you sound like shit.
Alright, well, while you get things fixed up, Amru,
Oh.
you go to awaken Apollyon.
You know, kind of knock on the door. Apollyon, are you still asleep?
I'll open the door, shirtless and glistening.
Okay, I'll see that you were not. We're getting ready to move out. Jorm's over with Adaline. They sent me away to find you.
Alright. Give me a second to get ready. I'll go and put some armor on. All that shit. Get my bag and all that. Alright. I'm ready.
Wait, Noah.
You know, Nourmal, if you ever wanted to work on
were
the
you
puny
saying about it?
biceps, I help you out with that.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I might have taken the offer, but you know, maybe don't word it as puny biceps, and maybe
I'm just messing with you. We all start somewhere, you know. But
Okay.
on a serious note, like Adeline's are bigger.
okay. Well,
Actually, what's Adeline's strength score? What's Nourmal's strength score?
I have a -1.
I have a 1.
They are bigger, baby.
They
Woo!
are bigger.
Okay, well, maybe you know, it's not all about that. You know,
Yeah, of course.
some people work
Yeah,
out
how's
their
that
minds.
20 in intelligence working out for you? I have an 18 in wisdom, by the way. So, I'm just fucking impressive. Alright,
She might have
Nathan.
muscles in the arms, but Norm's got muscles in the brain.
You know, it's
I
just
don't,
that some
dude. My
people
strength
spend
is
time
still
working out
pathetic.
different
Man.
things.
Nathan, you here?
Nathan,
Can you communicate?
What?
Alright.
What?
So what is Adaline and Jorm talking about? Oh, I asked you to roll me a history check. Do you want me to roll it for you?
Yeah, could you roll for me?
Alright. Jorm.
It's plugged it back in right now. I mean, I'm plugged it up.
Jorm rolled a 14. Alright, Jorm, this is super important, so I need you to listen to me.
Yeah.
So, here's what you understand about Friedman. So, his past is very aware to you that it's very... he's very secretive about it. You've tried to pry things, especially on like drunken nights or whatever, to understand more about him. What you know about him is that he's from Kalen. You understand that he's a very skilled fight. Like you understand he's very skilled in the arts of like he can fight. He's somebody who's very aware of his surroundings. He's very perceptive, if you will. When it comes to like kind of like the stuff that you guys have worked on together to protect the village and whatnot, you're aware that he's somebody who is he's just very good. He's very good at like I keep saying the word perceptive, but like investigating things. You notice that he just needs to be extra adept at those skills as if he's had training in them.
Okay.
You know that since he has moved to Northton many years ago, that he does take up painting as a hobby. It's something that he does a lot. And yeah, that's kind of all the basics you know about him. As kind of like when it comes to like his occupation and like his past.
What kind of paintings did he paint?
That's kind of on Noah.
No.
Mostly just going out into nature and finding something he thinks is
So
beautiful or
landscape.
cool. Just landscape essentially.
Landscape painting. That's kind of what I have in mind too. Yeah.
I'll basically tell Adaline that he had a very particular set of skills that I wouldn't think he would have.
And that he will find you.
Yeah. Also, that I wasn't a fan of his works of art. Not enough abstract. No, not creative. Just looking out.
Jourmal is much more of a surrealist.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say about him.
Anything else?
From Kaelin.
Oh yeah, from Kaelin. From here. Do I know just Kaelin? Never told me a village or a city.
You know he's from near the capital. The specifics you're not sure of, but the capital, around there.
Well, that's
Does
what
he
I
tell?
do.
Does he tell me that or?
Oh, I'm back on my computer.
Hey.
Yeah.
I presume he does tell you that. Yes. No.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. I'll see if I can't find anything more out when we get there.
Alrighty, as you guys all pack up and get ready to leave, the headmasters each see you all off. Thank you again for everything you've done.
My pleasure.
One of them's
Truly.
you notice that the artificer one, he's just kind of like, yeah, we're working. That statue, I swear, by the time you guys come back, it'll be ready.
Hell
In
yeah.
all your glory. Speaking of which, you there, Apollyon.
Yep.
I know we discussed a little bit before about how you want to be portrayed. I see that you got a new helmet. Is that something you want us to incorporate?
Oh, yeah, actually.
No, he doesn't want the helmet.
Oh, well. Because they're either gonna cover me up with my hood or they were gonna cover me up with my hood, but I think the helmet's more badass, to be honest.
Let's just let them see your face. It doesn't
I definitely
matter.
agree. I mean, personally, I don't know. I feel like it'd be more of a sign of our oppressors, but I mean, no offense. I know you can't control it, but you know.
Well, listen. All right, listen, there's more of me out there. All right, and if we beat this thing, and its spell finally ends over my people,
I could beat it off with one hand.
I threw a wrench in my thing, man. Hold on. I think this would do a lot to, I guess tone down any hatred people would have towards mine after this is all over.
I see.
Yeah, speaking of hatred towards kinds, could you put the orc Jourmal Paej, the orc?
Okay. I'll remember that. Orc, right? Orc?
Yes.
You're not an orc, but okay. Alright.
Half orc, We were here first.
You know what?
Anyway.
Apollyon, I'll compromise. We'll put the helmet on first, and then if this all blows over, then we'll replace it.
Thank you.
Sounds fair, sounds fair.
Sounds fair.
Alrighty, well then. You all take care.
Peace out.
The next person who will approach you is going to be Fenrir. And he'll
He's
say,
this guy, right?
huh? Just hold it, I'm not on that map yet.
Eye patch guy.
Eye patch guy.
Yeah, eye patch.
Yeah, he'll say,
Fenrir, one eye.
I guess I'm not really used to this sort of thing.
Guess I'm not good at goodbyes.
Well, that's not exactly what I meant. I'm kind of still a headmaster in training right now, so there's a lot of little things I'm not sure of. But yeah, appreciative of all you've done for us. It was an honor fighting alongside you. And that's what you'll leave it with.
Feelings get you.
Alright. I'll lean over toward Apollyon. I'm not sure how much fighting I did by his side.
Yeah, and I don't remember seeing you with them.
He was the guy, whenever you guys were first fighting with the walls of Moonbright.
Yeah.
He was around you. He was within the vicinity. You guys were in the same battle. And the last person who will approach will be Grace. Who will give, as always, will give her give her praises to each of you. We'll wish you luck. And then she'll just simply say to Jordan, until we meet again.
Yep. Until then. I'm sure there's a... Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah.
But you know, anything you want from the capital, probably get it. I'll be there. Spell books, ingredients.
Well, as soon as I get some free time on my hands, I'll be sure to visit, but
A monocle to
I
look in the
wouldn't...
future.
I would be appreciative of anything you bring back to me from
Alright.
any part of your journey.
I'll keep note of anything, I guess.
Yes.
See ya.
Until next time. Alrighty. And with that, you guys all head off to the capital of Kalen, Cyprus. And with that, I will end
We
the
head
session
off to
early.
the capital.
Because
Think it
there was-
early. Fuck.
Well, there was something
It's
I
been like 2 hours.
Well, yeah, I usually play for 3 hours, but I also had something else planned that you guys completely skipped, so, I'm running out of content here, and I
We
would
should have
rather,
gone through Dragon Tail.
and I would rather jump into Cyprus with, like, a map prepared and everything, and just for me to have more stuff ready.
Yeah, you had something prepared at Dragon Tail Royal?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now, it's all gone.
Okay.
Lost forever in time.
I'm willing to.
Because I want to read a book. Hey, what's a dragon?
I'm willing to bet that what Royal had planned in Cyprus